Good morning, everyone. This is Tanya at Sidekick Crafts. Today is Monday. It's Labor Day, and I hope you're all having a fantastic holiday weekend so far. Today is my day off, yay, from work. So I'm going to get a little crafting done, and you can see my mess already. I haven't cleaned up in between my projects. I've been working so much. So, I like to find a little time in the morning before I go to work, clear my mind, and then go to work and come home and then craft some more before I go to bed if I get a chance, if I'm not too tired. So if I'm not crafting when I get home from work at, 11 o'clock at night or 10:30, whatever it may be, then I'm just watching YouTube videos on how to. So, and trying to comment to you guys and be supportive to your channels. So that's kind of my pattern. I really don't have a life outside of that. That's not true, but still. Anyway, I wanted to get on this morning and show you guys how I'm doing my full deck challenge. So you guys have seen pictures of my messy, filthy desk. I shouldn't say filthy. Well, right now it is. I've got glue everywhere. I need to get this up, which I will do later today because I have some other projects I want to work on, and this is not going to be conducive to, productivity. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do my full deck challenge card today that I'm going to work on. I'm trying to do one every day, just as a practice, just as a kind of a warm up to get my mind thinking and moving and, throughout the day. And kind of the rules that I've made for myself, and anybody could do this however they want to, but my rule for myself is to use items that are on my desk or nearby. Sometimes I might reach around and think, I know what'll look really good on this. I know it's in that box. Let me find that box. But everything is pretty close within arm's reach of me, really. So, but for the most part, I use what's on my desk, what I've been using. So I was looking around my desk this morning because I don't usually have a plan, but I like to do things different. And as I look through my deck, I can see that I gravitate towards a lot of the same product, which doesn't bother me, but I am trying to be creative and think outside the box and try new things. So I wanted to do something a little different. I want to do something a little bit different every single day, no matter what that is, even if it looks similar. I mean, it's coming from the same creator, so it's going to look similar. I mean, I have a style. What can I say? Everybody does. You just, some people may have found it. Some people may have not. So I'm starting to learn what my style is. So I've got my card, and the idea is to decorate a new card each day. And again, to me, this is just an exercise to stay creative and to keep my mind flowing. It gives me peace to create, and so that's what I do. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my glue gun. This thing is ancient, you guys. It's got glue all over it. And I don't even know where I got it or anything like that, but it's a fantastic glue gun. It's super hot. So the glue comes out blister hot, which is fine. So I have a couple things out on my desk today that I thought I wanted to work with because they're tying together, and it's going to be some stuff that I'm working on a junk journal with. And I need to work on my junk journals today. Oh my God, I have so many things I need to do. So this is where the mind freeing comes from, is because I have so many things on my plate. I have so many ideas and so many creative things I'm working on. First of all, I need to complete them. My ADHD, I'm scattered. This is just how I craft. I'm scattered. I'm everywhere, and I'm messy. I like to touch. I like to feel my craft, and sometimes it takes a lot to get my brain to focus on one thing to finish it. So being able to do a card like this doesn't take long, and it gives me a sense of accomplishment, and I can feel like I finished it. Now I can move on to something else and maybe finish something else. So it's super important to me in how I handle crafts and or my life to be able to finish items and to finish projects and to feel that sense of accomplishment so I can keep moving forward. So to me, that's super important. And now that you've heard all that, I wasn't planning on explaining any of that, but here I am. And now you know that I am an ADHDer, and this crafts really helps me in that, in lots of ways. It frees my mind, and anyway, I already said all that, so I'm not going to say it again. So, because that's boring. Here we go. Here's my card. just randomly picked a card from the box, doesn't matter. Barely Art Glue is my glue of choice. I love it. I've been using a couple, this one is, I use this for just about everything except fabric to fabric. I really like this liquid stitch that I got at, I think you can probably get it on Amazon, but I get it at Hobby Lobby because it's in a small bottle. I couldn't remember. It's really good for fabric to fabric. It's super thick. It holds really well. It dries nice. I really like this one. And Barely Art Glue is fantastic for lots of things, but fabric to fabric, it doesn't stick really well at first, and it doesn't stay, so you have to hold it. It's fine once it dries, but I prefer the liquid stitch for fabric to fabric. Oh, I'm going to start gluing, and I haven't even cut. So here's what I'm doing. Since I'm doing the journal that I'm doing is going to be wildlife creatures. Is that a good way to state it? Woodland creatures is probably better. And I have this cute fabric. I think I got this probably at, I feel like Walmart. I've seen, I'm sure I probably got it at Walmart because I don't really shop too many different places, and that's probably where I got it. So I want to use this. This is going to go in the journal that I'm going to be making. And I kind of want to use this as my background. Now, I wasn't thinking the pictures were going to be this big, but I think if I can get, oh, I don't know. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I also got this embossing folder from Joann's, like last year. Last year? It can't be last year already. I haven't been doing this for a year. So, but it was on clearance, so I don't know if they have it anymore. It was Park Lane. It's Park Lane. I just opened it a little while ago and actually used it. Turns out super cute. This is a bookmark I got from on craft paper. I'll cut pieces off of it, but I want to use this with the fabric. So I'm not quite sure how I want to do this. Like I said, this is my process, guys. So go along with me here. I don't know if I want to use one animal. I kind of love this. Well, okay, first of all, we can't use the bear because he's chopped off, right? So let's just cut him. And we're going to cut for part of the flower because I don't have a choice. Actually, I'm going to have to cut a little bit further than that. So that shrinks it down a bit. Let's cut here because I don't know. If I don't use both animals, I will save the other one for later. I think the fox is going to fit on there the best without too many. I love the mushrooms. I wish I could get them on there too, but I don't think I'm going to be able to unless it goes way off the card. Can you guys see? I need to make sure. Okay, I'm in frame. I'm going to zoom a little too. So you guys can see a little better. There we go. All right. All right, we're going to skip the mushrooms because it's going to be hard to work with. So let's go there. We'll hold on to Little Bunny for something else. He's so cute. I love this. I really love this embossing folder. When I got them, it was like 90% off. So I got a handful of them. But it's been a while, you guys. I don't think they have them anymore. Gosh, some of this glue. Okay, stop it. Stop it. All right, so if we do the fox there, then I don't necessarily have to do the fox on the fabric. I really like this little raccoon. Will it fit? Of course it'll fit, but how will it fit? My card is, the edge of my card is here. Is that gonna work? Not digging it. I might have to skip this fabric because I don't know. I really like it though. Maybe I just take a chunk and not worry about which animal it is. Maybe I just take a chunk and make the paper work around it. I really like that squirrel. If I put him in there, my card is right here. If I put him in there, how much of that little guy can I put in here? Boo. See, darn it, I don't know if it's gonna work. But I really like him. And I really think he needs to be on my card. And this fabric is on my desk. So, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to get a whole critter. All right, I just saw something. Okay, so look, if I can't get a whole animal on there, then it really doesn't matter. So then I want to look at, well, I want to do wildlife, right? Or something woodsy. So let me take this section of the fabric where it cuts right here and it's got feathers and leaves and things, and then we can just showcase the little fox. That's what we're going to do right there. All right, so, and actually, I don't want to waste fabric, so let's just do it here. I'm going to get enough of that. The card goes to here. That doesn't really show it though. Let me see if there's another spot around the edge because I don't want to waste fabric. I'm going to need the fabric for that other project. So, but I'm not seeing another spot. Okay, we're just going to go for it. All right, let me turn this way because my simplest method of doing this, you're going to be like, wait, stop, wait. But trust the process. Where's my pin? And here we go again. I always lose the pin, you guys. I got to put some beads on here or something. I found that not all pins will fit in this little tiny nozzle. So I have to hold on to certain ones. Don't let me forget where I put that. So I'm curious about, since I opened up about my ADHD, it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it or anything, but I'm curious if anybody is willing to put in the comments, do you have ADD too? How many crafters have it or something similar? I would be willing to bet a large part of the crafting community does, simply because, you know, there's a huge part of creativity in that. Let's see, where'd it go? Right here. Okay, so here's the spot. This is the back side of the fabric. So when I flip it over, the right side will show. So I want to find that area, which is right in here. And I'm just going to close my eyes, not really, and glue this down. Okay, this Barely Craft glue will stick pretty quick because it's not fabric to fabric, it's paper to fabric. And as you can see, it's pretty much, it's already grabbed. So I can already work with this. Smooth it down. I've got glue on my scissors. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess today. Glue this down. See, it's already glued. I can flip it over. I mean, it's not, you could peel it off really right now, but it's on there. I'm just going to trim around here. I'll still have enough fabric to do, you know, I didn't cut into the fabric enough that I can't use this for the journals. I've got plenty here. It's just a fat quarter. I love buying fat quarters. It's probably not really all that economical if you think about it, but I don't like having tons of fabric, you know, because then you get lost in it. And where do you store it all? And I like to have different fabrics. So if I only need a little piece, sometimes it's real easy to just pick up that fat quarter. All right, let's put this back over there with that pile. And as you can see, I've got my leaves and some, I don't know if these are snowflakes or what have you, but let's go ahead and trim this up a little bit. I actually like those threads on there, but I'm going to trim it, clean it up. There we go, because I also like to distress my edges a little bit, and so I kind of like that clean. And then maybe I'll rough up the fabric when I'm done. Oops, that one's not cut, is it? There we go. All right. I'm embarrassed, my mat is so messy. Okay, so there we go. There's the background. Now we're going to be able to put we, like you guys are sitting here with me, but you're watching. All right. I kind of want to put him up here and do something down here so that this kind of, but I need to do, okay, I'm going to use my corner trimmer because I feel like this is too harsh. These are kind of whimsical and cute, so I don't want it to be too harsh and in your face. I also want to distress the edges, so get my distress ink, and and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I want the design to stand out a little bit more, so I'm going to use some color, believe it or not. You guys, I tend to stay away from a lot of color, and it's just my style. I don't know why. I love color. I actually had a, I make tumblers. Some of you know that. I have them on my Etsy. If anybody's interested in custom tumblers, tell me. I haven't had a lot of orders lately, which has been fine because I've been able to concentrate in other areas, so I haven't really talked much about it. But I do make custom tumblers. I love making them. Glitter. I mean, I can make football teams. I can whatever you want. I even have a soda can that I can put a label on. It could be pictures of your family. It could be all kinds of things. But I do make custom tumblers. I have them on my Etsy, and I have them on my .com page, my sidegigcrafts.com. If you're interested in something like that. But what I was going to say is, what was I going to say? Here we go again. Oh, I had an offer from this shop owner. She has a store nearby, and everything in her shop is white, just white. And she asked me if I would make some cups. And so I actually did. I made some white cups and was going to take them to her, but I did not like making them. I wanted to add color, and it's just like the glitter and everything that I do has some amount of glitter, and I felt like it was very restrictive, and I knew that I just wouldn't enjoy, that didn't turn out how I was hoping. I knew I wouldn't enjoy the process, and so I declined. I just didn't do it. I thought, this is not me, this is not my style, this is not who I am. I don't like the blue, it didn't work on the craft paper. I'm going to stick with brown and gold. So here's what I'm going to do. It's okay that that's on there, you know, just because we don't like it doesn't mean it's ruined. Let's just kind of blend it a little bit, make it look like it's supposed to be like that. I'm going to put, there's not much ink on this pad, guys. I'm going to just kind of get some, I think there might be some other color on this stamper, but that's okay too, because I kind of want it to look distressed and worked and not brand new. So I'm kind of liking how this is coming out, even though it's not perfect. Oh, there's black on here. I forgot about that. That's fine though. Look how it's kind of coming out. It's making it stand out a little bit more visible. And then I'm going to take, because I don't want it, although I want it to look a little rustic, I also want it to look sharp and pretty and fun, and add a little depth to it, little something. Where did it go? So I'm looking for my gold gilding wax. Oh, it's right there on my table, right next to me. So my gilder's wax. I love this stuff. It's a beautiful color, and it pretty much sticks to anything. I got this at on Amazon. Just a gilder's paste wax in rich gold. Just do that. Your finger warms it up. If you don't like stuff on your fingers, you might not want to do it that way. Not sure what to recommend in place of, because you know I like to touch my crafts. So I'm just going to kind of dab this where I want it, and it'll kind of make it stand out a little bit. This works really well on cards and detailed embossing, because where it's raised, and if you are really careful and just touch the raised parts, it'll color just that part. And then I like to go around the edges some. But be careful not to touch anywhere you don't want this stuff, because it will get on there. So you want to go in kind of light and then bring it up. But can you see the huge difference that made from brand new clean paper to something that looks a little distressed, a little bit worn? It adds a really nice touch. So, all right, that's enough of that. Ooh, I just got glue on my hands. Actually, that's not enough of that because I want to go around this card too. Even though it's fabric, we can still use the distressed ink. It's going to give it, can you see the difference between this edge and this edge? It's not as harsh. And what it's going to do, because you're putting the dark around the outs, it's like outlining it. Like, remember in coloring books, it looked so neat when you outlined stuff and or stayed in the lines. That was me. I did not like to stay in the lines. But it kind of, what it does is it brings your eyes to the center. So you're seeing what's in the center of it. Look what a huge difference that makes. Okay, so I'm going to actually go around the edges. I don't want this all over the edges. I'm just going to kind of dab a little bit here and there, which is kind of fun. Now that I'm just wiping this on my dress, I don't even care. My house dress. And so there we go. This is going to look like it's been in somebody's pocket is what it's going to look like, which is kind of fun. All right, so there we go. We're going to do that. And I'd love to stitch around it, but that means I couldn't be recording. And so I might have to do that later if I do it. Maybe not. I may not. But let's go ahead and glue this on here. I do want this here. We'll see if I stitch. I don't know. I guess I could hand stitch. That would be fun. I could hand stitch. All right, so there's that. I like how it's coming along. I want to add, I have these little crochet hearts sitting next to me. I'd kind of like to add one. Maybe green. I made these little crochet hearts. Maybe a green. Maybe yellow. I kind of like that. I feel like if I put hearts on there, maybe it needs a button too, like one big button over here. I have some buttons. Where are they? In a jar. All right, some of you contributed to this. You guys gave me buttons, and then I had some buttons. Look at all that beautiful treasure buttons. Okay, let's see what, ooh, look at that one. Let's try to get that one out. I don't even have to dump the whole thing to get that one out. Look, there it is. Let's see if I can get it. Look how cute that would be. What do you think about that? Just kind of tuck it in there with the hearts. Then he's got a little flower. Or, there's always going to be an or. I always have to try out a few things. Let's see. What else could we do? Oh, I know. There's, oh, one of you gifted me these as well, and I love them. This might be the one I need. This might be what I need instead of, look at that. There it is. Look at how cute that is. I should have put these on my banner. I really love that, but maybe the two, no, maybe the three. Maybe kind of tuck that there. Maybe, I don't know. I love this button. I think there were two. Oh, yep, here's the other one. There were two of them. I absolutely love these buttons. This is the right one with the colors. Well, I know you guys are yelling at me, telling me what to do here. I wish I could hear you. Do you like that? Maybe on this side. No, I don't like it on the that side. It's too even. Too even, Steven. I kind of like that. I feel like it's going to need something else, which I have an idea for. Let me put these out of the way so I don't knock them all on the floor. Put that one back in there. Kind of like that a lot. All right. I hope everybody's doing great today. It is a rainy day here. It's warm, but we had some huge thunder earlier. It was pretty cool. And then it kept moving on, thank goodness, because I have some things I want to, I need to take the trash out, and I don't want to go out in that. All right, so first of all, I'm going to trim my strings off of my heart. Boop. Didn't even hurt. So that'll be like that. And then, can you hear me debating in my head how to do this? What I'm doing is thinking about if there's anything else I want or need to place around here, I need to figure out placement now. Because once I glue these down, I'm pretty much, stuck with my decision. So I don't want to think after the fact that I should have done it different. So that's what I'm kind of going over in my head. It's like, is there something else I should be doing, or something else I need to put, or do I need to do something different? I don't like that. No, that's not the right piece. I love this silk. Miss Jacqueline Haley from Hand of the Queen gave me this one. It's just beautiful. I've used bits and pieces of it, but I have just a little bit left, and I'd absolutely love it. All right, so I think what I want to do, I'm going to go with this. I have some of my handmade beads over here, and I'm thinking about finishing one or two of these to add to it, like a dangle up here. So I think that where we're at is a good place. So I think I'm going to go ahead and, because I need a hole on this side so I can attach it to the jumper or to the ring that I'm storing them on. So that corner is used. So I think I'm going to glue these here and do a small dangle here. Okay, so that's too late, you guys. That's what we're going to do. I think I like that idea. So let's put this one there. Okay, this is where my hot glue gun comes in handy. Oh shoot, you know what I wanted to do? Let's go ahead and get that glue back off of there real quick. I do want a piece of raffia on this. And I'll show you what I mean. I just want to put a little piece. Okay, now this is not on my desk, but I do break rules. Sometimes I break the rules. It's only about 5 feet away, so not too far off track. And let's put this on here. This will help make it look finished, make it look, you know, a little more dimension, a little more detail, a little more something, a little more interesting. I had the question, what do you do with these cards when you make them, after you make them? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I think this is my 19th or 20th one. And so far I'm collecting them on a ring, and to me they're little pieces of art, they're reminders, they're you know, they're just little tokens, or these are things I'm creating. A lot of them I've created because of things I was thinking about or feeling or working on. So you know, when I'm done with the deck, I may decide what to do with them. I think they'd make fun cards, or, you know, I know that some people have been interested in some of them. Maybe I'd sell them. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I may frame some. I don't know. But it might be something I continue doing because I've just really, really enjoyed it. I think I want to put some of that gilding wax here too. It looks like it's still on my finger, but it's not. So let's just touch it a little bit and put it on that button and make it pop a little. Just a little around the edge right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it really does make a difference. Okay, gives it just a little shine. Okay, now the beads. Here we go. Let's get this done. I'm gonna grab my box of findings here. I'm gonna set this card aside for a second. That would be gilding wax, or that no, it's gilding wax because craft paste would have come out different. Okay, so here's my little box of findings. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Won't need that, won't need that, won't need those. Don't need that, don't need that. Put that away. Don't need that. Done with that. Don't need those die cuts. All right, because I need this box right here. And we're gonna put together some beads. I really hope my phone is still recording, you guys. I've had so much trouble with it. Having enough memory, and I've deleted so many things off of there that I'm still having trouble. So hopefully it's still working and you guys are able to watch this. I guess we'll find out when I'm done because I don't want to stop. I'm not finding what I need. Why? Why am I not finding it? I know why, because they're not in there. They're over here. Am I breaking rules again? I don't know. Not really. The majority of my project was on my desk. Okay, I will need this box though. But this is what I'm looking for, is the ends for the beads. And I am looking now through the camera, and I hope I haven't been working off camera this whole time, because that would be annoying. That would be truly annoying. So I want to find some ends for, oops, I always forget how this opens, for these beads. And let me see how wide they are. Not quite big enough. That one might be too big. No, actually that's perfect. If I can find a second one that size, that's perfect for that one. There we go, 2 of them. All right, I'm gonna use hot glue on this. Normally, I would probably use the other glue. I'm gonna make sure I don't get the glue into the middle. There's a straw in there, and then I glued and wrapped the ribbon all the way around, so I don't wanna fill that hole because I gotta put a wire through it. So I'm just gonna dab little bits around the edge here so it doesn't squish in. And then I'm going to cap this. That should be just enough to hold this cap on there. And I want to be careful to line up that hole with the straw hole. Okay. And then we'll do the same to the other end. You can see the straw sticking out on this one, on this end, and that's fine. It's going to be covered, so it won't matter. Actually make it a little bit easier, honestly. Okay. Make sure that some of the glue gets around the edge so it has something to grab onto. And there we go, there's that one. Okay, now let's try this one. Let's see if this one fits on this one. Nope, that one's too small too. Or too big, I don't know. Since I used gold on that one, I'll use gold on this one too. That one's too small, that's the same as that one, that makes sense. Too big, I don't even have to try those. This one might be nice. This one goes over the edge just a little, and I'm not mad about it. Let's see if I can find another one. Is that the same? That one looks the same.
Hey guys, just letting you know my camera's going to cut off here in a second. Just want to thank you all for watching. Here's how the card turned out. Thank you.
You guys probably all know how to do this already, and probably not teaching you anything new. But if you can pick up something from it, that's cool. Or at least learn from my mistakes. Some of you are probably shouting, there is an easier way to do that. If so, tell me, because I'm all for it. Oops, I got a little inside, so I'm going to try to get that out with a little corner here, because I don't need it inside there, because then I won't be able to fit the wire through. Okay, hopefully we're still on screen. Okay. All right, so that's that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close this up because I'm a spiller of things. Close that. I won't need that for a while, if at all. And then I need some head pins. Just two please. And you'll see that this will slide, if I did it right, as I'm talking about how it'll slide right through, just easy as pie, and it won't. But if I go the other direction, maybe? The hole is, there we go. The hole is so tiny. Okay, I'm gonna put that one there. And I don't really care too much about matching my metals. Some of you may be more worried about that. I'm not. So my metal and my head pins and stuff, they don't always match. I don't care. Sometimes I care, but not usually. It's such a small detail, it's not that big of a deal to me. It's part of my style. So there's that one. Make sure it doesn't go through. Okay, now, what I'm gonna do next is, I'm gonna wrap these. Now you could put a little bead at the bottom of this. I'm not going to, I don't feel like I need to with this one. I think that this is going to be statement enough. Now this wire is going to be way too long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I kind of figure about my finger width is usually enough. So just going to cut that there. Take my needle nose, and I'm going to go about halfway or midway up and just kind of wrap it. Squishing that down. I get these wires sticking up sometimes that drive me batty. But usually with a little finesse, you can get them to go where they're supposed to. Okay, so there's bead number one. I just knocked something on the floor. All right, and let's do it again. Ooh, that one came out and it wasn't supposed, there we go, good. It wasn't as hard this time to get through there. Okay, about finger width usually works for me. And twist. I'm kind of new at this beading thing, but, oops, I kind of did this one messed up. But I think I cut it too short. All right, so if that happens, you know what? Unbend it and start over. Let's just call this one a loss. We all make mistakes. And we'll let that pin out, if it'll come out. Now it won't come out. Let's try again. I don't need one this long, but I don't want to bore you guys digging for a shorter one. So let's try that again. Oops. All right, much better. All right, there we go. That's better. Squeeze those together. And we're good to go. So there's two beads. Now what I want to do, I'm going to have to join them together and have to dangle them off. So I need the jump rings to join them. And I have, where is it? I have some chain actually that will do half the work for me. This would be pretty. I have some of this chain, and this is too long, but we can shorten it. I think this will be enough. Let's take 2 pliers here, and we'll just gently bend this and take parts of it off. All right, I'm going to put this one at the end because that's just how I'm envisioning it. Okay, now I've just attached it to the wire.